Hello, on this end of the summer kind of evening. This is my last post here from New York. I'll be going to the West Coast tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have more fun in the Los Angeles sun. We're into Barolo tonight. This is a bottle I opened to accompany some sort of a little bit spicy tomato pasta dishes I've been making. This is a Barolo, so it's a Silvio Grasso 2016. This is his, or their entry-level Barolo. Grasso is a well-known property in La Mora. Barolo, they make quite a few Barolos, they make Longues and Barberas, so they have quite a big production. This is an interesting, I mean, to me, I first got acquainted with it when I had a 2010 Grasso, I think a year or two ago, and I just found it really interesting. It was easy to drink. It's got a little bit of spice to it, which I think really goes well with some of these spicier tomato dishes. And it's pretty affordable for a nice Barolo. So I bought the 2016s when they came out, and as you know, these things are aged, they're fermented and then they're aged in oak for like 2 years, then in bottle for a year. So we're talking here 2016, came out a couple of years ago, in the US market. And so I haven't had them for very long. It's probably something that could wait a little longer, but I have a few of them, so I figured, why not? It's a wine that, doesn't make unanimous sort of approval, doesn't get unanimous approval by the critic. It's got both ups and downs, but I like it because of that spiciness and that easy to drink. And so I like the 2010. Let's look at this. The color, there's more here in the glass than normal, but the color, as I was pouring it, it's very, very transparent, very light, like you'd expect Barolos to have. On the nose, you really have that really deep cherry, not as sour or not sour, sorry, but bitter as some of the Chiantis, but really the characteristic Barolo nose, and a little bit of that sort of acetone, I want to say that, but like sort of polish remover, that sharp alcohol. And again, it sounds negative, but it isn't. In the palate, you definitely get that spiciness. There's a little bit of salinity on the tongue. The finish is a little bit short, and I think the wine hasn't had enough time to develop, in the bottle for 2016, which was an amazing year. So the kind of year that's going to need some time to develop. But it's, as I expected, it's very pleasant, very easy to drink. It's got a little bit of spice, which I think really goes well with some specific dishes. It's got a little bit of salinity, which, is always, to me, a little bit welcome, because I don't like wines that are more on the sweet side. It's got nice acidity, which is why it goes with the food. It's really, after a few days, being on for a few days, it's still holding its own quite well. I mean, I really like this wine for an entry-level Barolo, and I haven't tasted some of their more sort of single vineyard and more expensive wines, but maybe we'll get to that one day. Cheers, and see you in LA.